Recently, we've had a ton of questions on the weighted ball throwing programs. We're going to cover exactly what you need to know in this video. Recently, we've had a resurgence of injuries as a result of the weighted ball throwing programs, both the overload and the underload programs, which people are quick to jump to as a cure for low velocity. And they make the assumption that they're going to increase their arm strength, get a really strong arm, and then throw the ball faster. And that's not really what we see clinically. Whenever you put a weighted implement in the hand, you are introducing more load to the arm, particularly as you go into that layback moment. And if you have an athlete who, say, drags their arm behind their body as they throw, and now you introduce more load to that, they're going to drag their arm further behind their body as they move into the throw, and now you've got an injury on your hands. You've got a mechanism of injury where they've dragged into that layback position, completely stretched out and attenuated the front of the shoulder, and now they're walking into the surgeon's office or my physical therapy clinic, and I see it all the time. Vice versa with the underload balls, we see implication as far as valgus elbow stress, and we see those injuries as well. So whether it's shoulder, whether it's elbow, whether it's an overload or an underload, you have to be educated on why you're doing what you're doing, and that's one of the reasons we originally put together our phase-specific throwing program and our complete kinematic pitching program, because we looked at what athletes need, which is usable extensibility throughout their entire range of motion with stability, which allows them to transfer more of their energy from the floor ultimately to the ball. And when you can't transfer the energy properly because you have a lack of mobility and you can't get into a good position in your throw, or you don't have the adequate stability to get in the right position, then you end up compensating in your throw, putting your arm in precarious positions that result in injury, or you can't manifest velocity, so you immediately jump to the quick fix, the magic pill weighted ball program, which has been shown countless and countless time again to increase the likelihood of injury as a result of instability and putting your arm in a bad position. We've seen even physical therapists and other coaches that are attempting to justify their programs, their weighted ball programs, with the idea of increased velocity, and even some are saying the variability may increase your arm health or decrease the likelihood of injury, but we're yet to see any clinical research on that. And we know that when you introduce poor positioning to the arm, when you throw, you're more likely to get injured. So ultimately, it comes down to education and making sure you're doing the things that are necessary to make the ball go as fast as possible, which means you're getting as strong as possible, acquiring the positions of the throw, getting your body into better position and orientation, and then ultimately making the ball go faster with better sequencing, more efficient sequencing, and practicing at a high rate of speed. And that requires good quality programming, not quick fixes. If you haven't yet, and you're interested in what we've got to offer, check out our website, overheadathletics.com. We're going to talk a lot more about this stuff. We'll probably put up some clinical scenarios where we've actually had some clinical case studies of athletes who have been injured as a result of the weighted ball throwing programs, and we'll kind of walk through what we're looking at and why those athletes should have never accessed a weighted ball program. Especially when you put these balls in the hands of developing athletes, it's a totally different thing than your 23-year-old pitcher who's exhausted a lot of their other resources to throw faster. So more stuff coming soon.